going to need to change for you all on defense as you guys came into this game leading the Big 12 with how much you allow other teams to shoot from the field goal range?
We were just awful today defensively. And then they were great. I mean, they played great. Their bigs dominated, and their guards, we didn't pressure them. They got where they wanted to. So it was a combination of defensive rebounding, their guards, basically getting where they want to go, but their bigs, they destroyed us.
Bill, what did you think of the cross matching? He chose to play Flory on Baba, which makes sense, but Mustafa being able to get going against him. What did you make of that decision?
Well, Baba was kicking everybody to start the game, and it didn't make any difference who we put on Chom or Miller. Flory can't guard them both. Somebody else is going to have to guard the other guy. So, and we didn't do it. We didn't do that very well at all. The first half, Miller just played. I mean, we gave no resistance whatsoever, and he just shot over us at 4 feet. And then we tried trapping a little bit and doing some different things. And the bottom line is that they're good players. They're averaging 24 and a half a game or whatever. And we gave up 46. So,
Coach, you're minus 11 on the glass. What do you attribute that to?
What's that?
You're minus 11 on the rebounding.
Well,
what do you attribute that to?
I'd say they were more aggressive, they were more physical, and we played soft.
Bill, Melvin mentioned that there was bad energy coming to the game. Did you feel that, and what does he exactly mean by that?
You didn't ask him?
We did.
I don't know. There wasn't bad energy, but I don't think that we were as enthusiastic. I don't think we were as energetic. I don't think what he said is necessarily maybe the right phrase, but certainly I could feel it too. I could feel that it was a lot like the Utah game, to be honest with you.
On a similar note, Forey said he felt like they should have respected the opponent more. I guess, what do you make of the fact that it's still possible for you guys to overlook opponents, having seen firsthand?
I'm not going to buy that shit. Okay, so respecting opponents more. Maybe coming out with the same energy that you have against Arizona and other people would be equal respect. We didn't do that today, but don't make something out of nothing, because no team is on point and at a 10 every game of the season, regardless if you're playing home or away. So I'm not buying that. We respected their opponent, but the bottom line is we didn't bring it as a unit from an energy standpoint, like you got to when they're good. I mean, they're obviously. I mean, we played an NCAA tournament team today. There's no doubt about that. They've had their moments this season where they've been inconsistent and not as good, but they were great today.
Coach Bryson played 28 minutes today. Can you just tell us how you feel about his performance today?
I didn't think that our bigs, Flory got some rebounds, but I didn't think our bigs played very big today.
Anything else? Gary?
What did you think of Darren's performance in the minutes he had?
I didn't think anybody played well today. So I'd certainly include all our players with that. The thing about it is, we can chop it up however much we want to, but the defensive intensity from everybody was lacking. And sometimes we look at guys to see how effective they are based on their offensive numbers. And I didn't think that we did anything to cause any type of rhythm adjustments or anything like that ever made them feel uncomfortable.
You told us Cincinnati's defense was elite.
It is elite.
How was it?
It was great. Their length, they protect the rim. Those shots that Melvin makes a lot of times, it's a little different shooting over 7'2" and 6'11" like that. So yeah, I thought they did a good job for the most part keeping the ball out of the paint. They did a good job on Darren, and obviously our ball and body movement and things like that wasn't very good. I thought they did a really good job of switching. They didn't switch defenses, but they gave a different look out of timeouts. Even though it was still man-to-man, they made it look like it was a zone, and we didn't handle that very well, even though we said just run what we tell you. And we were surprised that they were in zone, but they were only in zone for one pass. So we could have done a much better job out of timeouts too.
What's the message to them for Monday night? What did you tell the team?
We'll meet tomorrow. We'll meet tomorrow at 2 and go over and there's things happen and we got to stay together, and I think that we will. Without question, they're great kids, but we weren't competitive today. And the message is, if you can't make other people play poorly, no matter where you're playing, it could be a long afternoon or evening, and that's exactly what happened. We didn't do anything to get them out of rhythm.
And you expect another defensive team coming in that's a lead on defense?
Yeah, the Houston numbers are even better than Houston's. I'm sorry, Houston's numbers are even better than Cincinnati's. And Cincinnati's defensive numbers are really, really good.
Darren ended up getting through the game today. I know not the result you wanted, but is that at least a positive sign moving forward?
Yeah. If we're going to grab a positive out of this today, yeah, let's go with that. So I actually thought that for the most part he moved pretty well, but to me, playing is did we pressure? Did we do anything other than I think he was out there, and I think that was great, but that's still not what I'm looking for from an entire team, because everything is. When you're playing well, everything is connected, and we weren't connected today as far as doing what we can do. Rebounders didn't rebound. How many balls were in our hands? 2 hands, and they come away with. How many times did that happen? 5, and they come away with points after we have the ball. It just wasn't a very tough team today, like we're capable of being. So we'll get that, hopefully, mindset corrected here real soon.
They don't normally make 12 threes, but do you figure it's just going to be a long night if the 2 big guys make 4 of them?
Well, you know what? Harris was shooting 17%, and he makes the one. He rips the one in the corner. And then the 2 bigs, I think have made, I could be wrong, they made 8 on the season combined.
Not many.
And then they end up making whatever it is, and then they end up making 2 each. They just did a good job, and they were set shot threes for the most part, but they did a good job. And when we did play the scout report, they made us pay, which is what teams should do offensively, and they definitely did that against us.
Bill, what did you make of the offensive stagnation in the second half? Was it a long stretch without an assisted bucket? It felt like just
It's terrible. Yeah, we didn't play well on either end, but certainly offensively, you got to be able to keep up, and we couldn't keep up. Good teams. You're not going to score fast. You're not going to score on the first side. We don't have that type of team, and we didn't screen, and we didn't do a lot of things the way that I would hope that we would do it. That I got to do a better job of getting us to do. We've shown that we can do it at times, but we certainly didn't do it against a team that demands it be done because they're so sound defensively.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, yes, sir.